Oh, so good. Okay. Excuse me. Sorry. Hi, everybody. This is Ramona coming back at you. I know I look a mess. I got up this morning, quickly ran across the street to get my coffee. Yes, I have a coffee maker, but I just like early morning coffee across the street before the coffee is remade, and then it starts tasting spoiled. Like, I don't know, like bitter. Like they must clean it every night before they go to bed, and then, before they close up and make fresh coffee in the morning. The first cup made is always the most delicious, and anything after that, I'm like, why did I spend $2 on crap? I'm probably not going to finish. This is good. So, okay, I wanted to, I don't know how this video is going to turn out. I just wanted to give you guys, I've been sitting for 2 weeks now. Well, I think, okay, I'm just going to say 2 weeks. I've been sitting on 2 weeks for good topics to talk to you guys, but I've just, I just had my, my appendix out, and, oh my God, that was insane. It was insane. Um, I've never had. I've been like cut open before. Like I gotten like a bug bite, and then my whole leg turned bright red. It was totally infected, and they had to do an emergency cut open and then pack it with gauze inside my body. But like I've never had anything like really removed out of my body. Especially, I feel like in this area, it's very really important. Your digestion system and everything important is here. So, um, yeah, that was kind of crazy. And I know I mentioned this before, but they had put me in a a PT. It's a machine that does a full body X-ray, and that was like the worst. It like totally freaked me out, and I know I had mentioned that on the day that I was sitting in the hospital, that they gave me that, but that like kind of freaked me out. No, because like I had to get an MRI, and all I can remember is they put a cage on my face and shoved me down a hole. That's how I remember it, and that's how traumatic it was for me. Like, and so when they were like, "Oh, we have to do this full body thing, you have to go back," and I'm like, "No!" I'm laughing now, but I was not laughing then. It's so funny. There's this show that I love to watch now, called Grace and Kelly, Kelly and Grace. I don't know. I watched it on Netflix, and I was just like, is the universe laughing at me, or just trying to give me some help? Because they did an exact skit about that. She was freaking out. She doesn't like MRIs either. So I was like, wow, that made me die from laughter. I was dying. I could have. I think I've watched it like 10 times, one after the other. Rewind, rewind, rewind. I was like, oh my gosh, she knows how I feel. But yeah. Um, so I'm not like the one to like sit there and not be able to do anything. But when I was forced to just sit there and not do anything for 2 weeks, and I had everybody has been so helpful to me, through everything. Um, it's crazy. So that was really lovely. It was really good. After like a week, after a week of being home after surgery, I had put out on Facebook that, does anybody know about, I think I was freaking out. I don't know. I feel really emotional right now. I don't know why, but just maybe because uh, remembering everything I had to go through. I don't know. But I had said on Facebook, has anybody ever gone through this? I'm in a lot of pain and I'm scared, basically, and being stuck in here alone, like I'm scared, like I didn't say I was scared, but I said I'm starting to feel blue. And at that point, some people in the community, they were just like, come out, you do, like, because like at that point I was able, not for a long, I couldn't walk any long periods. I probably could walk maybe to leave my apartment and go down and sit out in the front. They're like, no, come out, if you can just sit there, just come out, just come sit with us, and so, and I did, it was really, some of it was just really painful just to sit there, because when you sit there, your stomach expands, and that's where I had the surgery done, and I'm just like, oh my God. But for my spirit, like, it made me feel really happy, and I was really, I was really happy with, when you ask people for help, they'll come out and help you. And I also think it's because, like, if you're helpful to other people, they'll come right back around and like come out and help you out too as well. So that was really good. I had lost 13 pounds. Yeah, I'm definitely emotional from like just the whole thing. I couldn't eat. I couldn't eat. I couldn't sleep. And this is like really the first time I'm talking about it to anyone, because I'm like the type of person, I'm just like, get over it, like there's no time for any of this. So like it's kind of like, I don't know, like how you get like really sick and then you go to the hospital and for some reason you feel like a whole lot better. It's because you've reached out, like somebody's going to take care of it, like finally. And like I think that's half of the burden. So just talking about this stuff is just like, oh, thank you for letting me burden you with my stuff. So yeah, I was in a lot of pain. I couldn't eat. Then I had messed up my side. I was starting to like heal, and I was like, now I'm really seeing where the pain is coming from, and I have realized that I hurt my side. I'm like, did they drop me when I was in anesthesia, or what's going on? But come to find out, I probably slept on it wrong. But I am super paranoid now with every little pain and like little, and but it really did feel like I cracked it or something. That's how bad it was. So it was just like a messy, crappy, oh my God. So I've been eating nothing but fruits and vegetables, smoothies, and yeah, like for the whole week since the last time I've updated, just haven't been eating. So yeah, I lost that 13 pounds, and then last night I just got sick and tired of it. I just went grocery shopping. Obviously, I have the children here, so they get their goodies, So I'm like, screw this. I'm sick and tired of like feeling kind of like low energy and feeling kind of weak because of all the. I made sure I eat a lot of fruits and vegetables. When I say a lot, I mean a lot. I would get like a 5-pound bag of carrots, and that would go by in 3 days because I would like juice them, and I was just drinking like a lot of that. If I felt like I needed something meatier, I would, instead of use the juicer, I would use the blender so I can get the pulp and everything. And that was just like, it made me feel like really full and satisfied and stuff like that. But I just felt it wasn't like a lot of nutrition for me, I guess. I don't know. Like I just felt like really dizzy and weak and in a lot of pain. It was just not a fun time. And so last night, like I was saying, I decided that I was going to eat what the kids were eating. Bad move. That was really bad. I was crying last night and bad because I was like in so much pain. So I had some chips and dip. I know. And then not a lot. Like I had the chips and dip. And then for dinner, I couldn't help it. I mean, it was like my favorite chicken wings, and I made mashed potatoes. I had 3 chicken wings, a half a cup of mashed potatoes, and then about 3 hours later, I had an ice cream cone. I was like, I am never going to eat again. It was just so painful. I was like, it's not moving. It's just stuck in my body and I can't move. I'm just not happy with any of this. Anyways, let's just move off of that. Oh, and let me just add something that was kind of funny. So when they put me under anesthesia, I remember saying, you're conscious about what you're saying, but you can't help but to just say what's on your mind. It was really funny because I think they gave me like a drug to relax me before the anesthesia. They put me to sleep, and um, everything was so damn funny. The new thing that they have, the doctors and the nurses and whoever have, that they have like the white or the light baby blue caps on their hair, like the soft nets, you know what I mean? So they have like orange ones now. And I swear to God, I'm being pushed down the hallway, right, trying to get wherever they're sending me, and I'm seeing orange head there, orange head there, and the only thing that I can remember is like, I'm like, oh my God, that's like everybody, like Bozo the Clowns. There's a bunch of clowns, and they're all gonna operate on me. It was great, and then the doctor was like, wearing the same stupid hat. And I was like, oh my God, really? Okay. But I don't know. I'm still like in a lot of pain. So I know that I'm going to just take it easy with the food. And I've been drinking tea to help me expel my system because it just seems like if I do eat, it just stays there and it's not moving whatsoever. And the doctors also said that they found a piece of metal in my body. And they're like, did you have an operation or something? And I'm like, no. They were like, we found a piece of metal in your body. And I'm like, oh, well, I'm guessing I ate it as a kid or something because no, there's no reason why there should be metal in my body. I have a bunch of things to talk about, a few things. I don't know if this is gonna be like a really long video. But the good thing is that I'm a lot awake today. I'm really happy because today is voting day here in my residential area. We are looking for new board members, and for my old viewers, they know that I was thinking about running for the board. I decided in the end that, you know what, I'm not going to run for the board. So I had a good reason that I didn't want to run for the board. Number one, I have interest in bettering my community and making changes and things like that. But I don't want to be the president. You know what I mean? And it's not being the president, but I don't want to be up there in the politics. It's not something that would make me happy. It's not, I know myself. Like, it's something that I just want to fix, that one thing that I wanted to fix, and I'm done with it. Like, I'm not, you know what I mean? So I decided what I'm going to do is not run for the board, and I'm going to just help the people who are running for the board. And some of the people who are running for the board are friends of mine. So I get along with them extremely well. Oh, I should say well acquaintances. So, and really like some of the people that are running for the board. I really do. And I feel like, nobody's perfect, but I feel like there's going to be some good changes coming along. Now, everybody in the community is freaking out. And I know that I've spoken in my last few videos about racial, how do you say, my brain's not working. But I've spoken a lot about people who are racist. There you go. Why couldn't you think about that, Ramona? I've been witnessing a lot of racist things. And remember, I told you guys that I'm not thinking. I really believe in a law of attraction. Like, you start thinking negatively, or you start thinking about certain things, it's just going to be drawn to you. And I've also noticed, not just with this one thing, but through the course of a couple of years, that even though you try to change your mind, the universe still brings it to you because it's lingering. It's a cleanup, a residue. So it takes time for things to change. Not a lot of time, but it does take time to change. So I'm still having like these racist experiences hitting me in the face, okay? Man, and I don't like it. I really don't like it. So it has to do with the people running for the board, and everybody in my residential area are freaking out. I've been yelled at. I've been punked, which I didn't really like that at all. You know? I was like, what is wrong with you people? What the hell is wrong with you people? You know, I'm not that old, but I've learned so many life lessons of dealing with people and dealing with situations. Just like, you don't act that way. Don't act that way, and don't bring it to me, because I know where your mind's at. I know you're scared. When you try to punk me like that, or you try to yell at me, I understand that you're upset. That has everything to do with you. And what that is that you're upset. You're mad about the people who are now run. There's 6 people who are of ethnicity. 6 people who are running who are ethnic. So we have we have a few Latinas, and then we have a few Black people. And those are the 6 who are trying to run for the board. And the people who are already on the board are not too happy about that, and especially the president, the top executor of my residential community. Nobody really likes her too much, and it's not anything personal. The problem is with the board, how it's run right now, is that the executor, she is really manipulating the board. We all feel that way. There are 4 people. There are 4 people who are of Asian. They're Asian. There's like 2. I'm sorry. Wow, what's going on? There are, I believe, 2 Black people, and the rest of them are white. Okay, so the problem with that is that everybody's pissed off because there are millions of dollars on this table that these people were hired on to make decisions on how this money is going to be spent. You have to be really wise and really got your wits about you and really know what's going on. So there's tons of paper that you have to run through, you have to read through. It's a big responsibility. I see it as a big responsibility, and that's why I didn't want to run for the board. That was part of the reason why. That's a huge responsibility. I would take that very seriously, but however, the people who are on the board as of now, they have that one person, the executor, puppeting the 4 Asians because they can't read English, they can't barely speak English, and that is not anything about being racist. That's just facts. These the 4 people who are Asians, you know, they come from another country. Like, they are married to their culture, and they're married to their language. They just got a divorce. Like, they just came up from their country and came over here. So they're brand new, and brand new. Sometimes even if they're here for like I don't know, a few years to 5 years, they're still very, you know, and they can't read. These are older people, not younger people, but older people, and they can't read, and they can't. How can you decide where millions of dollars are going to be spent if you can't read the big, thick packets of paper that they send out to you each month, and even many times throughout the month, that you have to sit there and read and read and read? Like, is this a good place? You know, so they don't obviously do that. So the top executor is the one who is telling the Asians what to vote on. And in order to do that, in order to make them want to do that, they give out free things. So all the other cultures in the community, we have to fight really hard to get what we want. For them, they just say, "Oh, we want to go we want to go grocery shopping at the cheapest place all the way across town in Lynn somewhere, and we need that twice a month. That's a good month," and they get it. They get anything they want, they get it. And that's because the top executive, she just gives them anything they want because she gets to decide where the money is going to be spent. And we as a community don't like where the money is being spent because now she is forcing us. That money is our money. The community for that, I think it's like $4 million or $5 million. That money is supposed to be spent on us, what we want. But she's making us pay for what is supposed to be free to us. Like that gym, I don't even go to that gym. I don't, because every time I go in there, I'm thinking it's such a wonderful gym. Too bad the community can't go in there. Which she happened to proudly say that we have over 800 residents here coming to this gym. And no, you don't. No, you don't. Yeah, you might have over 800 people going there, but I'll tell you this. What you have going there are outsiders that don't even belong to this community. Because you have all the employees, add their family. Oh, bring your family. Yeah, we'll give them a membership, free membership. Oh, yeah, bring them over there. So that's 800 people who live outside of our residential area. And we have the employees getting membership. Are they paying for the membership? I don't know. If they are, very, very little. So that's where the 800 people, a lot of the residents who live here, they can't afford what she's forcing us to pay. And then she was making us pay for the parties. Christmas time, she gave the kids crappy gifts from the dollar store. And then she fattened up the people who work here, their pockets. Yes, it's a rant because it is very upsetting, and I'm getting to points here. It's just really sneaky, under the table, sneaky place. That's and it's not a place, but a person who's making really bad decisions, and she's hired on people who just don't give a shit about you. The community is in an absolute uproar. They're like, oh, hell no, we need change on that board. We need change. And so now here we are, because people, and I almost said her name, but there's the top executive, she is really scared because she feels like if all these people get on the board, then we're actually going to have people with who can speak English, who can give their 2 cents about where this money is going to be spent, instead of the top executive, doing whatever it is that she's spending that money on, because she's not spending it on us. She's making us pay for what is supposed to be given to us. So that's why we're all like, where the hell is this money going to? Where is it going? We don't understand. Everything that is given to us, we have to pay half for, and it's supposed to be completely free. And not only like that $4 million that the people who own this place, but they get millions of dollars of donations from you're not seeing the big picture here. So we're like, everybody's like, where the hell is this money going? If we're paying for everything, where is this money going? And that's why, and you're manipulating the people who can't speak English, who can't read English. You're giving them whatever they want. Because I found that out the other day, just like the grocery shopping thing. It's like, for everybody else, you get to go grocery shopping maybe once a month. That's if you know about it. Because sometimes people, they don't post it the way they're supposed to post it in the lobby. So nobody knows about it. Now, I'm very active in my community. I didn't know about it. I'm like, what? They take grocery shops to let me know. But for the Asians, like, they get to go twice a month. They go to parties. They go out to restaurants. They go out to, the list goes on and on and on. And people are getting really sick and tired of how this place is being run. And this head executor is hiring people in this community, like the person who's running the gym over there. She runs all the family things, da da da. Nobody likes her because she's not organized. She can't do anything. Nothing gets done. She does everything last minute. And then, so what things that get done last minute is done half-assed. And people are getting like really sick and tired of that. We just had a cookout, right, for the family nurturing thing. And she decided to put somebody who clearly is not able to do the job. The hot dogs were absolutely burnt. I'm not talking about, they were a little crispy here. And you could, I had looked and I was like, what's all this charcoal? Oh, they're hot dogs. I told her, I was like, come on. If you don't know how to do it, why ruin the barbecue with burnt food? Like, did anybody eat it? She was like, well, the kids ate it. And I said, well, I hope that they don't get sick from eating all that burnt food. Of course they're going to eat it. They're kids. I wasn't trying to eat it, and I wasn't trying to give it to my kid either. I stayed for a little bit so I can play at the park, but it was no barbecue. It was just, So we, at the end of the program, everybody has to fill out like, oh, how was the function? I was just like, no. And at the bottom, I was like, the hot dogs were beyond burnt and not very edible. And I had signed my name to it. So, yeah, I know that I went on and on about that, but everybody, I'm sorry, I'm going to go on a little bit more because I dropped the ball, not finishing up what I was going to say. So the race war, there's a major race war. I've been yelled at, so I'm giving out the flyers about who's going to be running for the board, giving out flyers. Now, my mind is where it's supposed to be. I just want to have people on the board. I want to know that our money is being transparently spent on the community and not people on the board, the current members on the board, not all of them, but some of the current board people on the board now, they're puppets. She throws, the head executive, she throws like money at them. Oh, you can have this. Oh, you can have all these trips or, whatever. We'll give you whatever. We'll give you the van. We'll give you this, Seriously, just vote for me. Whatever I tell you to vote on where this money is going to be spent. So people are in the know about that, and people are plenty pissed off in the community for once. And I'm not so mad because, sometimes you got to throw in that dirt in the pot to get people boiled up and riled up, and to stand up and to speak up and scream. Like, we are done with all of it. We're done. Because, I went to the meetings that they've had, the community meetings, and it was really, I had my own agenda. And come to find out, a lot of people had their own agenda too, and they weren't very happy with how the other things are running. They've cut down on security, it seems. Nobody's really doing their job, really. We have a mental health, because there's all hospitals here. We have like 4 different hospitals, and then in the back, a part of that is a mental health facility, and everybody's scared because people are going up. The people of the mental health, there are a lot. It's a in and out. It's a, what do you call it, out program where they can go in and out. So on their out periods, they will come up into Mission Park. They will drink and do drugs, and they will expose themselves. And the people are freaking scared to leave their house early in the morning at the crack of, it's 5 o'clock in the morning. In wintertime, it's still pitch dark out. People on their way to work, and yet we have to pass by these people, like, exposing it, like, and it's a community where we have children and stuff like that, and people are really pissed. Like, what are you doing about it? We have called you and nobody comes. Like, it's really nuts. Like, I think that it's just real. They were just, and people are really saying that the apartments are falling apart. My apartment's not falling apart because I forced them to redo my entire apartment. That's another story. I think I shared that a long time ago, but I got everything new in my apartment. The only thing that they didn't put in was a new countertop in my kitchen, which I'm not very happy about, but they, you know, everything else was just freshly painted. They put in new floors, they put everything. That's because I went over the middleman and went to the city. I went downtown and I said, this is what's happening. Please do an inspection. They came and in my residential area is like, oh, hell no. They came in, they painted everything, they redid everything ASAP. So yeah, but everybody else who's not all about doing that, or maybe they don't have the knowledge of what to do to get things done around here, they're pissed off because shit is falling. They're like, you're beautifying the residential grounds, which is nice and that's lovely. But what about the apartments inside? Like, you guys are not really fixing things. We're tired of the I don't know, just so many complaints of other people. That's not my fight and my battle, but it was nice hearing what else is going on in this residential area. And it was really interesting to hear. I'm like, damn, there's a lot of shit going on, you know? And like, where's all the money being spent? Like, hire some more security, put a security booth in the back, perhaps. That would be really nice if they could build a small office. They have one in the front. I'm not talking about that small, but they have like a small booth in the front, and it's a gated community, so we know who comes in and who comes out. So, but it would be nice if it's open in the back to have a security booth in the back and watch people come in and out at night. How's that? Oh no, that costs money and we don't have any money. Oh, what? You don't have like $6 million? Oh, yes, you do. Where the hell is the money going to? That's why people are so damn pissed off. Like, where the hell is the money going? If you're making us pay for every goddamn thing, where's the money being spent? On this gym that nobody can afford to go to because you're charging us? I can afford it. I'm not going. I was going for a while, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to go, because it's just like, it said there in the minutes and attachments that this place was supposed to be minimally charged. It wasn't supposed to be completely free, I found out. But for the Zumba classes, if you wanted to take a Zumba class, you pay $1 or $2 or $3. They haven't decided on that part. But instead, they're doing it like a full membership. Like, so you have to pay that big chunk of money and put it down. So that means if you fall out sick, if you get hurt, or even if you just decide, like, I want to go to the gym once a week, you still have to pay that big chunk of money even if you're not using it. And she lies and says, oh, well, I thought it would just be more convenient because if you do the math. Yeah, if you do the math, if they pay $3 for every damn single class for Monday, Tuesday, all the way to Sunday, yes, it's a lot of, who the hell works out 7 days a week and takes a Zumba class every single day, or kickboxing, or whatever it is they have? Who does that every single day? Nobody. You know it wasn't cheaper that way. You know that it wasn't. You just wanted us to pay a big fucking chunk of money. And I'm mad at that. I'm sorry, and I know you guys never seen me this mad, but I'm mad at that. I don't like people getting ripped off, and I don't like seeing people manipulated and used as puppets and being stolen from. That is our money, our money. Where the hell is it where are you putting this money? Where is it going? And so that is why the community is fucking pissed off. And instead of them thinking that the old board members or the old community, which, certain people in the community, instead of saying, well, damn, like, you guys are fucking up on the board, making really disgusting, you guys are just not doing the right thing. You know you're not doing the right thing with where this money is being spent, the decisions that you're making for this community. Instead of saying you guys are fucking up in that sense, they decided to turn it around and say it's a race war. The whites against the blacks against the Chinese and the Russians too. That's what they want to focus. Oh, it must be that. It must be the blacks want all the white people off the board. No, it's not about that. It's because you have a fucked up executor who's making really bad decisions, who's playing some of the people who can't read, who can't speak English, who can't do anything right with all the packets of paper that you have to read, because this is what's being spent. This is what I'm getting so upset. I am upset. Packets of paper this thick that you need to read through. You need to read through. So you get thick paper just like that. What happens if you can't read English? You can't speak English, you can't read English, you can't do. So who's making the decisions for you? And that's what we want to know. Who the hell's making the decisions for the people who can't read? What the hell? That big packet of paper that I showed you, I'm just showing you as an example. This is not it. But this is where, these are all the decisions of where our money is going to be spent. What happens when you can't, I can't read this. I can't understand not a damn thing because it's not in my language. So who's making the decisions? And that's why we're mad. It has nothing to do with damn skin color, and it doesn't have anything to do where you come from around this world. That doesn't make any sense to me. People are racist. It doesn't make any sense to me. So what if you come across from the other side of the world? Who the fuck cares? You're a human being. Who cares what color your skin is? I don't give a fuck. I don't care if you're black, white, Asian, I don't care. As long as you make the right decisions, you can do your job and make the right decisions for this community, then everything is okay. Everything is great. And, you know, you might think like, well, why is she getting so upset about where the money is spending? Because there's children in this community, okay? There's children in this community who are suffering because of this, okay? They have to go to the regular parks and stuff like that, but they can't get into any of the programs because now there's a new thing. So remember when I said about 5 minutes ago, you only have to pay $3 for Zumba class or a dollar for the kickboxing or the yoga, whatever. That's how it was supposed to be. We're not doing it. They didn't do that way, what they're supposed to, because it was in the minutes. Okay. But now we're being that. Not only are we supposed to be paying a huge chunk of money each year for the entire year, but if you want your kids to take hip hop class, you have to pay $33. Who the fuck can do that? We're just struggling to put food on the table, keep the lights on, and keep the heat on in the house, or the air conditioner on. Like, who can pay $33 for a small class of probably like 6 weeks? Who the hell can pay that? And then you have two, that's one kid. Now you have 2 kids, 3 kids, that's $99. Yeah, $96. $99. My math is horrible. Per family. On top of that, I mean, that's just one thing. A lot of the kids, they like to go to the gym. They like to be on the team. You know, you have to pay for that as well. It's just all bullshit. And the executor, the head executor, yeah, she's not too happy. And I'm not very happy with her too. I don't like being lied to my face. You know, I don't like any of it. And at that community meeting, yeah, she told everybody because she knew if she didn't, I would have brought it up. And so she was honest. She was like, well, I decided to charge everybody like a 1-year fee because I think there was, I'm like, it's not, I yelled out. I said, it's not cheaper. It's not cheaper how you wanted to do that. It's absolutely not cheaper that way. You know it. Where's all this money going to? You're sitting on $6 million and you're charging us for membership. Where's this money going? In your pocket, perhaps? I'm really honestly concerned about that. Anyway, so everybody is just going insane in my community. And what time is it? Okay, 10:20. And today is the day that we're all going to go and vote. And what inspired me to make this video today is that I was laying there in the living room on my couch. My son, I had said to my son, today's voting day. And he was like, I know. And I'm like, how do you know? And he was like, because yesterday when I was walking down the street, people are like yelling across the street, tomorrow's voting, you gonna show up? And it's like, oh, hell yeah, I'm gonna show up. And I was like, are you serious? People out there like yelling like that? Oh, this is gonna be like a massive turnout. So I feel hopeful. I do feel hopeful. And okay, so now I'm going to turn on to like a little bit of, this is more personal, you know, it has in connection what I was talking about, but it was like a little personal. Thank God, you know, like I've grown and matured over the years, and thank God I'm more confident and secure in who I am. Thank God that I really took that time to really work on myself and really learn the psychology of people. Why do they do the things that they do? And I take that time to learn those things because I was being so affected by the little shit that people do to me. You know what I mean? And I was like going crazy, and I really needed a grasp. I really needed a grip about, you know, what's going on so I won't react so sensitively to what other people do. And that, you know, and it works. It really did work. So many years ago, and I know that people are like, oh, she's talking about this again today. But like many years ago, like to me, it's like so long, 20 years ago, it really hasn't been. But I had to get a restraining order against an ex of mine. I had to get a restraining order. It was very emotional. It was really, really crazy. It was really bad. And you guys know that. I'm not going to go all in that. But so my ex decided to get a lawyer. Now, no, she doesn't have big money like that, but she just happens to know a lawyer who lives here in my residential area, okay? And I'm like, damn, like there's no way that this woman's never approached me to ask me, like, what is going on? You know what I mean? Because she is a residential person in my community, so it's not like some stranger from outside where she just hired on. Like, this woman sees me on a daily. You know, everybody seems to like me, you know what I mean? Because they get to know me and I'm really super sweet. Like, there's no way that everything that my ex had accused me of doing, there's no way that I could have been doing all those things for. No way, right? So I'm thinking, okay, so this lawyer who lives in my community, you know, she pretty much was duped. That's what I was thinking. I'm like, I'm not mad at her because we're not going to be friendly, like, oh, hi, I'm not going to say hi to you or nothing like that, because that was really messed up that you took her case. But I was just like, yeah, she definitely, I get it, because I know that my ex fed her so many lies, and not only that, she spread lies throughout the community, having everybody listen to everything, you know, like my ex made it look like that, damn, nobody likes this one girl because she's a troublemaker. You know, she works hard at that. Like, you know what I mean? So here's the lawyer, right? And she's hearing the same thing. So she just assumes that I'm a royal bitch, that I'm like the abuser. You know what I mean? So I'm like, I'm not mad at this woman. You know, she doesn't know. She's just been fed a whole bunch of lies. And it's unfortunate that she will never learn the truth, right? So it was like a couple of days ago, and it was a couple of days ago. I'm playing with my fan because it is kind of hot in here. Sitting out in the front, and this woman, lawyer, Like, she came, seriously, like maybe a few feet. She came and made a beeline through the courtyard, made a beeline, stopped, and like smiled right into my face, and she kept going. I was like, I started laughing. I was like, wow, she's really scared. She is scared about everything's going on here in my residential area. She knows that I have a big part of that. I will be fighting for my community. If I feel a passion for it, I will be fighting for my community. And I like to go hard at times, you know what I mean? And that's what I got. I'm like, when somebody punks you like that, like gets in your face and try to punks you like that, I was looking at her like, damn, she's scared. I just looked at her like, okay. Just nothing that you have to respond to. You don't have to respond. You just look at somebody. And then like prior to that, like a day before that, I was sitting with a bunch of people, and yes, we were talking about business, right? And she decided to like walk through the courtyard again, with a big ass smile on her face. I'm like, damn. Fake, obviously, a fake smile. You know, like you put like a really big fake smile on your face, because you don't want people to know that you're pissed off. Like, oh, I'm cool. I'm not worried about everything. Nothing. I'm not worried. I'm not worried. I'm not worried. So she's like prancing through the courtyard, trying to like get our attention. Like, hey, look at me. I'm smiling. That means I'm not concerned about anything. And obviously, like, it's so clear that she's very affected. So, yeah, she tried to punk me the other day, and I'm like, go ahead, punk me all you want. Just don't put your hands on me. But punk me all you want, because I like that you did that, because it shows me how petrified you are. So that was interesting. And so, like, I told you that past thing that she defended my ex. So I thought that maybe she didn't know, but now I know. No, she's just a bitch. Like, no, that's how she handles everything. She doesn't go in to see both sides of the stories, the facts, you know, like most logical people do. So, yeah. She's like so annoyed. I know my viewers are just like, oh, I don't feel like watching that. But that's okay. I am so damn tired. So I was going to talk about Amanda Todd. I might restart this video. I might start another video, because I know this was like really some passionate things that I've been on about. That's what's going on in my life. And I am going to talk about Amanda Todd after this video. So, love everybody. And I know that there was some drama, but believe me, this is a solid fight. This is not games. It's not childish. This is not about winning. It's not about, yes, we want to win and have some change in this community, but it definitely is not fun and games. And I'm really hoping that people turn out tomorrow, and I really hope that, I'm so tired right now. Not tomorrow, today. I'm really hoping that people will turn out today, and I'm got a strong feeling that they are, and I hope that we get some new boards on, and I hope that those new board members will meet with their promises and get some changes done in this community, for everybody, not just the decisions for what these people are fighting for their personal things, but just to be fair for everybody in the community, ongoing for the next 2 years, that they will be on board unless replaced. Oh my gosh, I don't feel too good. So I'm gonna let you guys go. I feel hot. Do I look red? Oh my gosh. I think because I just got really upset. So I'm gonna let you guys go. I'm going to be making another video right after this one. Give me about 5 or 10 minutes, and I want to talk about Amanda Todd and a few people on YouTube who are for the fight. And okay, see you guys. So whoever's viewing me, check out my video in about 10 minutes. Wow, I feel really hot. Okay, bye.